गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Dear friends, today is a significant day for us. We are celebrating Vyasa Purnima. It is also called Guru Purnima. All over the country, all traditional people means anybody who is acquainted with our Indian tradition, the Vedic tradition, for every one such person, it is a very significant day. Today we are mandated to respect our teachers, particularly the teachers who are the givers of our traditional wisdom. They are the people who transmit us the traditional wisdom. So we are supposed to honor them, we are supposed to remember them, we are supposed to pay our respects to them. So this is the significant, this is the day. And on this day, we should also recall as to what is the importance, why this day has acquired so much of significance, that we have to examine a little bit. This tradition of Guru Purnima can be mentioned in the Brahmanda Purana. We know that Vyasa has written Brahmanda Purana. Veda Vyasa has not only divided the Vedas, he classified the Vedas into 4, and then he wrote Bharatam, Srimad Bharatam, and also Mahabhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, and also wrote the 18, he is said to have written the 18 Puranas. So that way he has built up a huge mass of Vedic literature. So he is said to be the Guru of Gurus, Gurunam Guru, who we say in Sanskrit. So that is how we say respect him. So in that Brahmanda Purana it is mentioned that once upon a time some munis, they went to him, they approached him and asked him, "Oh Lord, how you have done so much of service to the tradition, you have done so much of service for the knowledge tradition, and in what manner can we respect you, in what manner can we worship you?" Then it was suggested by Vyasa, by worshipping your own Guru, your own Jnana Guru, you are worshipping me. So you go back and worship your Gurus, and through them it is my puja is also, it is deemed to have been done. So that is what he is said to have advised the Gurus, the sages. And he is also said to have decided a particular day. He is also said to have said or decided upon or rather designated the Ashadha Purnima as the Vyasa Purnima or Guru Purnima. So on this day we are expected to respect our Gurus, pay our puja, do our puja to our Gurus. So this is the significance of this particular day. And if we see the meaning of this word Guru, we know that very famous shloka, Gushabdas Tvandhakarasyat Rushabdastam Nirodhakaha iti. We know that shloka, which means that Guru is one who is the dispeller of our ignorance. Ignorance is always compared with the darkness. Metaphorically it is compared with the darkness, or darkness rather, metaphorically it signifies ignorance. And Guru is the person who dispels that ignorance. So that we know that. And Guru does not normally refer to, in this particular context, it does not normally refer to any other teacher. Any other teacher means, for example, we have got mathematics, we have got chemistry, physics, or any other science. We do need teachers there, and we also have to respect those teachers. But in this particular context, he is not called a Guru. He may be a teacher of a particular Shastra, but Guru means, in this particular context, we are referring to the Adhyatma Shastra Guru or a Jnana Guru. Why is it so? So because that we have to examine why, what is the great significance of this. We know that we have got in our tradition we have got 4 Purusharthas. Purushartha means Purushaihi Arthyante iti Purushartha. Those which are sought by the people are called Purusharthas. That is the 4 human goals. And those 4 human goals are Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. I need not explain that. I need not explain those points. And Dharma is the first one. Dharma, in the path of Dharma we are supposed to achieve artha and kama, because artha and kama are sandwiched between this dharma and moksha. So in the process of dharma, in accordance with dharma, this artha and kama have to be achieved. That also we know. And for that, there are some shastras. Those shastras are called dharma shastras, dharma shastrani. So there is a prohibition, vidhi nishedha. Vidhi nishedha means there are certain prescriptions, there are certain prohibitions. You are supposed to follow a particular path, the path of dharma that has been very well prescribed there. So that is a different shastra. But here, the ultimate purushartha is moksha. In our tradition, the ultimate purushartha is moksha. And in this particular context, a special type of guru is needed. For dharma shastra also you may need a guru. But then for moksha, you need a totally different type of guru. And what is this greatness of this guru? And the Shruti says, Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtham. That we know that. You have to approach a guru who is a shrotriya, who is a brahmanishtha. These two characteristics, these two qualities are supposed to be there in a guru. Prerequisites are supposed to be there. He is supposed to be a shrotriya, that is one who is a learned man who has got jnana, that is at an intellectual level he has got jnana, brahma jnana. Jnana means brahma jnanam, the knowledge of Brahman. And he should be a brahmanishtha. He should have experienced the Brahma. He should be in that jnana nishtha. So such a guru. And Gita also says, Jnaninaha Tattvadarshinaha. He should not only be a Jnani at an intellectual level, but he should also be a Tattvadarshi, a person who has seen, who has assimilated, who has who is living in that, who is living what he talks. So that particular type of guru. Then that is why we also listen to another lokokti in Sanskrit, that is Swayam Tirnaha Paran Tarayati. A person who has crossed himself, he is capable of enabling others to cross this ocean of samsara. So that is what it is said. So a unique type of guru is needed here, because here there is no passage as such. In the path of dharma, there is what is called a passage. Gamana gamanam, it is said. Gamana gamanam means a person is said to achieve some lokas. He is said to go to Brahma Loka, Vishnu Loka, or some other Devendra Loka. And then after having spent away his punyam there, he is expected to come back. There is a gamanam and agamanam. So he goes to a loka, he achieves a loka, and then again he comes back to the human life in order to again pursue the same cycle of life and this birth and death. Birth, action and death. Birth, action, achieve a loka, and then again death, and again come back to this thing. So that is the cycle. So, but here in the path of jnana, a person who is a realized person, he is said to be one who is freed from this transmigration, the cycle of transmigration, the wheel of samsara. And here the speciality is, for this shastra, for this particular type of jnana, here what is needed is the purification of mind, that is antahkarana shuddhi, and also nishchalatvam, the focus, a single-minded attention, single-minded devotion to the pursuit of knowledge, to this Atma Vichara. These two things are needed. Antahkarana Shuddhi is there and single-minded focus is needed there. So these two are very, very essential. So that is why for Chitta Shuddhi, what does Bhagavan Krishna prescribe? He prescribes Karma Yoga for Chitta Shuddhi. And for this Nishchalatvam, or the focus, he prescribes Dhyana Yoga. And then in addition to that, he also prescribes bhakti. That is something like an anchor. God is somewhat like an anchor for you to take you ahead. A human effort is there, and there is a little bit of divine effort also, divine grace also is there in that path of devotion. So with these things, a person moves, and then these by themselves are not enough. This Karma Yoga itself is not enough, Dhyana Yoga itself is not enough, Bhakti Yoga itself is not enough. Along with them, we are supposed to do this Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasanam. So all these three things, they are very much there. Shamadikam may be Antaranga Sadhanam. But then the Atma Vichara is very, very essential. And for that Atma Vichara, it is the Guru. A Guru is somewhat like a barometer. A Guru is the man who sees. A Guru is the man who examines whether the student is having the prerequisites or not. In any Shastra, a teacher has his own way of examining has he got the prescribed knowledge for this level? If you have to go to masters, you should have done your graduation, and have you properly done your graduation or not? So that sort of qualification is what are the prior qualifications needed, that is being examined, but that is examined by the teacher. So similarly here, what are the prerequisites? The prerequisites we know, sadhana chatushtayam we know, that is nitya nitya vastu vivekaha. The teacher is one who examines whether the student is having that ability to discriminate that nitya nitya vastu viveka, is it there or not. And then iha amutra phalabhoga viraga, what is his level of vairagya? The teacher, it is the job of the teacher to examine it. And the teacher is also supposed to examine whether this man has achieved some degree of shama, dama, this shamadhi shatka sampattihi. And then again, is he having that mumutshutvam, a very strong desire to achieve, desire to know Brahman. So all these are prerequisites. And then this guru is, as I said, he is somewhat like a barometer who knows, who measures what are his levels of anger, what are his levels of desire, hatred, etc., etc. All the dualities, is he able to contain the dualities, or is he able to transcend those dualities? It is the teacher who is supposed to examine all that. And in this context only we can recall the famous Mrityunjaya mantra, which says Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mukshi yama amrutat. In fact, my teacher was giving a Vedantic explanation for this. So Urvarukamiva bandhanat, in the normal context, it means that just as that particular cucumber drops off, a mature cucumber drops off from that say creeper, in the same way let there be a normal death. So that is the normal meaning. But then the actual meaning as per Vedanta is, the student is like that urvarukam. The student is like that, say the cucumber which is getting ripened. And the man who examines whether it is getting ripened in a proper way or not is the teacher. A teacher is like a gardener who examines all the fruits, who sees whether the fruits are getting proper treatment or not, whether they are growing properly, whether there are any insects or anything like that, and whether some pesticide has to be given to that, and then whether how all those pests have to be removed, and then how the fruit should be taken to the level of say ripening. So a teacher is like somebody, a gardener who examines the ripening of a fruit. So this urvarukam eva bandhana is the ripening of a fruit, and after ripening of this student, he is one who drops off from this bondage of that bondage, bandhana, that bondage is the bondage of samsara. The bondage of samsara automatically drops off. So that is what we see here in the case of a Jnana Guru. So that is the significance of a Jnana Guru. So coming back to this Vyasa Purnima, it is also mandated, say for us, that not exactly for us, for all the particularly the teachers. Immediately after this Vyasa Purnima, we know that the Masa changes after 15 days. The Masa also changes, Ravana Masa. So Vyasa Purnima Anantaram, that is after that, this rainy season starts, and in that rainy season, the movement of teachers is very restricted. All the teachers, all the Swamijis, we know that they do observe this Chaturmasya, and this Chaturmasya is meant for recapitulation of what all they have learnt earlier, recapitulation of all the Shastra Jnana, then again teaching the students, and again for themselves also it is a sort of mananam, because even for teachers this mananam and nididhyasanam is a constant constant thing which goes on. So this is an occasion for mananam and nididhyasanam. So what we can do at our level is also that we can also prescribe to ourselves that we have to finish this study, we have to do this study of Bhashyams at least, whatever little extent we can. We have to study this Bhashyam, and that will be something which will be of great use to us. And we also see that it is also surprising to see that in our Indian tradition, many Indian religions, they are based on this knowledge tradition. This Guru Purnima is observed not only by the Hindus, it is also observed by the Buddhists, it is also observed by the Jains, it is also observed by the Sikhs. So this they have got their own event for a particular thing. For example, Buddha is supposed to have given a particular sermon at a particular place on this day. Similarly, Mahavira Jaina. Similarly, Sikh Guru Nanak. So like that, they have got their own stories about the Guru Purnima day. But this particular day is observed as a day meant to respect and honor our teachers. And in fact, Sikh Guru Govind Singh, if we read, he mentions so many of our Hindu deities, and then he also mentions Bhagavan Vyasa as the reincarnation of the creator Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma as we call, Brahmanaha Avatara. That's what he says. So in a book called Dashama Grantha, which is written by Guru Govind Singh. So this is something which is which we have to make, which we have to note, and we see that there are so many parallels between Sikh theology, Sikh not theology, Sikh metaphysics, and also our Advaita metaphysics. So that is one strange thing which we have to note. So in this context, that is in the context of this Vyasa Purnima, I again extend my warm greetings to all of you. And we have to recall that Guru is not merely a body-mind complex. Guru is not a body-mind complex, but he is compared to a Jnana Srotaha. Jnana Srotaha means that stream of, that perennial stream of Jnanam, which has been flowing right from the time of Vedic days. And right from Vedic days till now, that perennial stream has been flowing. And it is also our responsibility that we have to continue that stream. We should not allow that stream to dry up. So the only responsibility is on us. And us means all the people who have some knowledge of our tradition, who have some knowledge of our bhashyams, who have some knowledge of what Shankaracharya is and what other teachers are. So in our own tradition, we are supposed to continue this particular stream, and we should ensure that this particular stream does not dry up, particularly in the modern context when there are so many obstacles for this particular path. When there are so many clashes, we also hear about the clash of civilizations and clash of cultures. So in this particular context, we have to take very particular care to ensure that this particular stream continues. And then with this plea and with this plea before all of you, I take leave of you. Thank you.